Hey, Pastor Steve Waldron. I hope you're having a great day or night in Jesus. One of the things we hear, like with the New King James Version, which we'll be looking at today, is that it was needed because the King James Version has too many archaic words. I don't know of anybody that doesn't argue the King James Version has between 600 and 800 archaic words, and it just does. And even sometimes like milk is spelled M-I-L-C-H. Or diverse leaves an E off the end, on and so forth. And those type things, as D.A. Waite so wonderfully showed, has been changed over the years spelling, but it's still the same to the year. So let's look, and this is from Larry Vance's Archaic Words in the Authorized Version. His Vance Publications is one of the great websites for purchasing old pertinent books that he reprints, just great. And he's quite the Greek scholar and Hebraist as well. Has tremendous things on there for Hebrew and Greek. So let's look at some archaic words in the New King James. Not just archaic words in the New King James, but on every so often I'm going to give you what the King James actually said. So his research is just impeccable. It's a great book. I've done reviews on this book and on and on. So in the New King James, in 1 Peter 3:21, it uses the word antitype. In the King James, it uses figure. In Numbers 31:50, the New King James uses armlets. In the King James, it says chains. In Ezekiel 41:26, the New King James says beveled, where in the King James, it says narrow, which I would understand narrow more than beveled. In the New King James, bristling is used instead of rough. In the King James, Jeremiah 51:27. Burnished is used in the New King James instead of bright. Bygone, one word, instead of past. Citron is used as well. Dappled is used in Zechariah 6:6. Dissipation is used in Titus 1:6 instead of the word riot. Fallow is used in Exodus 23:11 instead of still. Flitting is used instead of wandering in Proverbs 26:2. Gad, not the tribe, just the word Gad, G-A-D, is used instead of go in Jeremiah 31:22. Hoopoe, H-O-O-P-O-E, is used in Leviticus 11:9. Cores is used in 1 Kings 4:22 instead of measures in the King James. Mina is used instead of pound. Palanquin is used. Oarsman is used instead of rowers in Ezekiel 27:26. Offal, O-F-F-A-L, is used instead of dung in Leviticus 8:17. Pangs with a G is used instead of pains in Psalm 116:3. Pinions is used instead of feathers in Job 39:13. P-R-O-W, is used in Acts 27:30. Pyre, P-Y-R-E, is used instead of pile in Ezekiel 24:9. Quadrans are used instead of farthing in Mark 12:42. Rivulets are used instead of little rivers in Ezekiel 31:4. Satraps are used instead of princes in Daniel 3:3. The New King James uses sistrums in 2 Samuel 6:5, sistrums. Skiff is used in the New King James instead of boat in Acts 27:32. Suckling is used in 1 Samuel 7:9. Tresses is used instead of galleries in the Song of Solomon 7:5. Verdant is used instead of fat in Isaiah 28:4. Verdure is used instead of fruits in Song of Solomon 6:11. Vestibule is used instead of porch in 1 Kings 6:3. Waifs is used instead of fatherless in Lamentations 5:3. And wind, W-E-N-D, not W-I-N-D, W-E-N-D, is used in Zechariah 10:2 instead of went. So if the goal was to make the King James easier to read, as in the New King James, obviously in many, many instances, it failed. So God bless you. Study, pray, live for God. Be wary. It's the end time hour. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.